Good evening, students. Students, today we will discuss about the practical number 3, and by using this practical, we will learn how to apply various constraints on a table in Microsoft Access. Right. So for this, we will first take the problem. Students, this is the problem that you have to do in practical number 3. Now in this case you have to create a table, and the name of this table is student basic info, and in this case you have 6 attributes in this table: student ID, DOB, gender, email ID, village, and phone number. And we have chosen these properties like the data type of student ID should be text, and its size should be 12, and it should be a primary key, and the DOB should be the date and time data type, and it should be not null, and it should be in this format DDMMYY. Similarly, the gender, it should be a text, and its size should be 1, and it should have male or female, and it should be represented by the M or F, and it should be not null. Okay, so I have made a mistake here, so I am correcting it. Now the next one is email ID, and it should be a text, and it should be not null, and it should be unique. After that we have taken the village, and it should be a text, it should be not null, and the default value is Gumarvi. And the next one is phone number, and it should be a number, and its size should be 10, and we will restrict this that the format should be like this, that we can have any number here, and the size, you can see that we have used the format 0000-0000. Here 0 is indicating that there must be a number at this place here. So we have total here just 10 zeros. It means we will have total this yes, we have 10 digits here, right? And they will be separated by this dash here, so that we can understand this properly. So now students, let's go to the Microsoft Access, and I have already made a table for you, and the name of this table is student basic info. And students, now we will open this table in the design view, and now students, you can see that I have added all the fields here, and I have assigned the data types according to our need. Now we will focus here upon the field properties. So firstly we'll check the student ID. You can see that this is a primary key, and you can see the key here which is indicating that this is a primary key. Now students, we can focus upon the field properties. Here firstly we can see that its field size is 12. It means it can hold only 12 characters in it, and we have used the input mask here, and this is SVGC 20230000. It means the student IDs should be like this. You will write this thing is SVGC 2023 here, and you just need to enter these 4 digits. And for the first student it can be 0001, for the second student it can be 0002, and so on. Now the next thing is date of birth. Now in the date of birth, the data type is date and time, and we have choose the format short date. Now we can see from this field here, format field here, that we have various formats, and we have chosen this format, right? So we can choose any format. Now we have chosen in this case this format. So we have chosen DDMMYYYY format here. I think you have understood this point. And now you can also see that this is a required field, that you cannot keep it blank. So or you cannot keep it null, right? So the required field is yes here. Now the next one is gender. Now here we can see that gender is a text field, and its size is 1, and we have used a validation rule here that it will accept only the M and F. If we will insert some other values, it will not accept that. And the size is just 1 character. Okay, and this thing is also a required field. Now we'll check the next field. Now the next field is email, and in this case we have made one interesting field property here, and that is unique. So you can see that in the index we have selected the yes no duplicate. It means it will have unique values, so it will accept only unique email IDs. Okay, so now the next one is village, and village, here we can see that it is a required field. Required is yes here, and its default value is Gumarwing. It means if user is not entering any value for the village, then in that case Gumarwing will be inserted automatically by the system. Now the next one is phone number, and you can see that phone number is a number field, and the field size here is long integer. It means it can store the numbers, and its range is equal to the range specified by the long integers. And here we have used the mask 0000 dash 00000. It means it will have total 10 digits in it. It means 0 will be replaced by any digit. So we have total here the 10 zeros. It means it will accept only 10 digits. Okay, and we have used this field here. इसमें decimal places are 0, right? So I think you have understood this point. Now we can verify this thing by opening this table in the data sheet view. So, okay, so firstly we have to save this thing. So now this table is opened in the data sheet view. Now you can see that student ID. So I will enter something here. As I will store something, it will automatically insert the values SVGC 2023 in it. Now I can enter the values like 0001. Now the date of birth field. Date of birth suppose is 04-08-1984. Now the gender is say male. Now the next one is email ID. Suppose Sharma 42702@gmail.com. Now village is suppose I will give some other name. Suppose Batal. Right. Now phone number. Phone number is like 94597 42702. Right. So this is my first record, and this record is entered properly. Now we will check some other values, and we will try to make some mistakes in it. For example, do not match the number data type. Okay. Now because in this case I have used a dash here, so it is giving me some error that this number should be, this thing should be a number. And for this, because there is a dash here and dash is not a number, so I have to change the data type of this thing to the text. So it is giving me an option, and I think this option is correct, and so I will select this thing. So my format is same, but now the data type has changed to the text because we have used a dash here. Okay, so this is the reason why it is not accepting this thing. Now we can move to the next record, and you can see that it has already entered SVGC 2023. Now I will enter the next thing 0002 here. Now suppose I will enter the date of birth in some other format like 04 dash Jan dash 2000. Now let's see. Okay, it has automatically converted it. Okay, so this is being done automatically by the system. Now gender. Suppose in the gender I am entering some P here. So this thing will give me an error that you cannot insert anything except M or F. Okay, So I have to enter M or F here. So I'm entering F here. Now the email ID. The email ID is say Ankush 23 at the rate gmail.com, right? It has already entered Ghumarvi for you because the default value of the village is Ghumarvi, so we will keep it Ghumarvi. And now we can enter the phone number, and we have to enter a phone number which has total 10 digits. So we can choose any phone number, and if we are not entering all the digits, then in that case it will give me an error that it must be in this format. So I have to correct the phone number here, and I have to enter all the 10 digits here. Okay, so if I have entered all the 10 digits properly, it will give no error. Okay students, I think you have understood this, all the things related to the constraints with the help of this example. So this is it in this video. Okay, thank you students.